Hey y'all, my name is Erica and I am on the social team here at Royal Reese. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I curl my hair. I'm not a professional or anything, but I've had some requests from you lovely ladies on VIP and then through like messages and stuff like that, just about how I do my hair. So I'm going to show you just really quickly, and yeah, so here we go. I use a straightener to curl. So I don't even honestly remember how to curl my hair with a curling iron because I've been doing it this way for so long. But this is just I think it's Paul Mitchell, but it's Neuro. And it's like a 1 inch, sure, let's say 1 inch. And I have my heat setting on 360. So I'm going to tell you guys what I do, and then obviously you can adjust accordingly to your hair, your texture, all of those things. So my hair specifically is fine in texture, but I have a lot of hair, so it's kind of thick. So hopefully that's helpful when you guys are doing your hair to just take that into consideration. So my hair right now is a few days dirty, which is honestly kind of makes the curling process easier, in my opinion at least. So right now I'm using Kristen S dry shampoo. I had been using Batiste, yeah, that's how you say it, before that in the blush scent, and I really liked it, but it kind of made my hair feel really chalky and dried out, and it was tough to wash out after a while. So I thought I would just give Kristen a try. I do like it, but I do feel like the Batiste soaks things up a little bit easier. So just a little bit of product information there for you guys. But I put in dry shampoo this morning at my roots just to make it a little less oily. And how I would just start, I don't know why I do it this way, but I always start here. It drives my sister crazy. She's always like, start from the bottom, do it correctly. But you guys, I always start right here. Don't ask me why, it's just in my routine. And let me see if I can do this. Okay. So I got to get my bearings here. So I start here, and then I just do a twist, and then I just pull it through. The way that I like my curl to be is not really tight, and then at the bottom I want it to be kind of straight. If it gets too curly near the end, I'll go ahead and straighten it out. But that's what I do. That's where I start, and then I keep moving. I take little chunks like this much. Any more than that, it's kind of hard to pull through, and then any less, your curls get too particular looking. So I want it to kind of be not messy per se, but a little bit more natural. Even though my hair is naturally this straight, I would much rather it be naturally curly like this. So I just keep moving, and again, I start from the top. That might drive you crazy because, you guys, that piece might be a little small. Can't be too particular. I'm not a professional by any means, but I am a mama who has to get ready pretty quickly. So I've learned how to do this kind of fast. And I don't know, it's also a learning process. So if you are used to a curling iron, let's just go underneath here a little bit. If you are used to a curling iron, it'll probably be a learning process for you as well. But just honestly, whatever works best for you, I feel like is the right way to do it. So as you guys can see, it's not super particular, but I curl it the exact same way all the way through. Once I have some of my top layer done, I will go to the front, and I want my front pieces to be a little bit tighter because for me personally, since I said my hair is naturally straight, it will fall easier. So that looks good for now, but I'll probably end up going back through and doing that one again just to make sure that she's nice and curled. So then I'm going to go ahead and finish out these front pieces. So I'm not going to take all of this section together because that's going to make a kind of funky curl. So I'm going to separate it, even though that makes it smaller, like I was saying before. So as you can see, it just kind of falls out there a little bit. So a little bit tighter is better, and that way I don't have to use quite as much product at the end either. So you want it to kind of naturally fall. So I'm just gonna go back in and get all of these under pieces here. And I guess I kind of, like when I go to curl it, I kind of smooth it out at the beginning, but I don't go all the way down. Like I don't want to overly fry my hair by any means. I don't use a protector like right before, but I do use, oh, I forgot to bring it with me. I use it's a 10 and it's the Shine, and it's supposed to be good for moisture. So I have been using that, and I do feel like it does help my hair like have some of its like luster, is that the right word? That it used to have before I had my baby. So my hair used to be so soft and just so shiny, and then after I had Emma, it was like flat and dull and crunchy, and I'm like, what is going on? So it's taken a while and a lot of like finding what products are right for your hair to get it back to her former glory. But I use, as far as shampoo and conditioner goes, I found that Kevin Murphy, is that correct? Really works well for my hair, being that, again, it's fine, but it's thick, and it just helps make it soft again. So that's what I personally like to use. Okay, so that's most of it on this side. And the back, let's be honest, that's the least fun part. So I typically, once I have the, let's see, it's my left side. Once I have my left side done, which I always start with first, then I go ahead and I move to my right, and I start in a similar spot towards the back again, because I don't know, that just feels right to me. So again, taking these like medium-sized chunks, just funnying it out a little bit. I do one twist just to like clarify that, and then I pull through, and I don't pull it all the way that looks crazy. So you just kind of like run your fingers through it. Okay, so I'm going to finish up this side exactly like I did on this side, and then I will move to the back. Okay, so now that I have both sides done here for the most part, as you can see, it's already fallen somewhat, and I tend to run my fingers through it as I go as well, but I'm going to start on the back now, which also kind of just starts up here on the side. So since I start at the top, I get to do the least fun part at the end. I guess I start with the easiest, and then I just let it get worse. So I'm going to grab these pieces here underneath, do a really flattering hair flip, and then since my hair is shorter, I feel like it's not like super short, but it's also not long anymore. I used to have it like super long back in the day. I feel like you might potentially need to tweak things if your hair is longer or shorter, but I feel like for the most part, if your hair is on the shorter side, all of these tips and tricks will be helpful for you as well. So again, don't take too big of a piece when you're working underneath, because you won't get much of a curl out of it, and then it'll kind of just go straight on you. So just one little twist, and then all you want is for it to not be completely straight, basically. And then also my hair does this really fun thing over here where it kind of falls flat. So we're gonna start on the first piece again. And for this one, I'll do a double. So as you guys could see, I let go of it while it was still pinched so that I could do it twice. And obviously that's real curly, but she will fall for whatever reason. That piece doesn't like to stay curled. And then if it is too curly, all you have to do is take the bottom and kind of like straighten it out so that it's not crazy curly compared to everything else. If it would be easier for you guys to start at the bottom and then like pin your hair up, you absolutely can. I just feel like starting at the top and working my way to the bottom creates a more like easygoing look as opposed to it being really particular when you section things off. Like I used to start with the bottom, I would pull my hair up, I would do it all, like I would go ahead and do my one curl all the way around, and then I would do about 3 sections all the way through, and I felt like it looked very like uniform in particular as opposed to like slightly messy but also strategically curled. So I don't know, that's my thought process at least. So I have the bottom done at least on this side, and then when I am doing the back, I'll pull from the side obviously that it's closest to. So for this over here, the bigger chunk is on this side, so I'm just going to curl it the exact same way. And because I'm like so used to curling my hair, I don't always check to make sure that I have everything. Also depends on how needy my child is being. If she needs snacks or if she, needs something from me, then I can't be as particular. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, that feels good enough, and I'll go ahead and go. But if you guys want to like use a mirror, check the back, make sure that you have everything, ask your roommate, ask your spouse. Sometimes if I'm being really particular, I'll be like, hey Will, did I miss a spot? And he's like, I don't know. But sometimes he's like, yeah, there's a straight hair over here, and that's super helpful because you want it to be like an easy curl, but in the same breath, you don't want to have any straight hairs because those unfortunately stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, so just finished the back. So as you guys can see, it's not like super particular, but hopefully I got all of the strands there. And then after I've finished completely, then I go ahead and go back through to my pieces that need a little bit extra love. So anything that's fallen too much already, like this front piece that I was talking about, will get really, really flat by the end of the day. That, and I don't want to have to add too much hairspray and make her crunchy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably start with, what little piece do I want to start with? I don't want them to, I don't want to just do like a double curl tight piece in one spot. Just to make it cohesive, I'll do one over here. So again, when I do a tighter curl, instead of doing one pull through, I'll pull it like this. I'll let go of that piece. I'll pinch it right here because this straightener gets hot, but it's still like tolerable. And then I hold the end here and I pull it out, and it makes a tighter curl. So as you guys can see, and that will definitely fall. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this piece right here. So then as you guys can see, I go ahead and kind of comb it through just because I don't want to leave it too tight looking. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so now that everything is double curled, any places that needed little touch-ups are fixed, then I, again, will run my fingers through anything. I don't personally use a brush because my hair can't handle it, being that it's naturally straight. It's a little too harsh and pulls out my curls a little too much. So then I just spray it with my tried and true hairspray. I personally just use Big Sexy Hair, the volumizing hairspray, because I feel like it doesn't get crunchy but holds it nicely. So I just start and I like lift my hair to get under the roots a little bit because I don't don't have a lot of volume to my hair again because I don't have a ton of texture to it, and so I'll just spray it all over, and I'll want to be sure to spray plenty but not too much where it gets like stuck together. If there's any places where that's true, I just go ahead and run my fingers through it so that it's not too tough or anything like that. And then I make sure that the top there's no flyaways, and I'll usually just spray up here again just to make sure like nothing is crazy there. Okay y'all, so that's how I do my hair. Hopefully it's helpful and you learned a few new tips and tricks. Also be sure to check out the blog that is accompanying this video. It'll be linked in the description. If you guys have any questions for me, please drop them below. I'll be sure to check back and answer any questions that you might have for me. Also, please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.